Hi, I'm Jessica from Jessica Wanders, and I'm feeling really puffy this morning. Oh. Anyways, I was invited by Leanne from a Mennonite farmhouse to put together a collab of 5 things that I love to can and 5 things that I will not can again. And so it took me a little time, but and I got some other things that I was busy with, but I did manage to put together 5 things that I love to can and will always can, and 5 things that I will not can again and I didn't enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Great thanks to Leanne from the Mennonite Farmhouse, and she put together a huge list of everybody who did this collab, and I will put a link to that in the description below, as well as her channel, which is fabulous. So here it is. Here's my 5 things I love and 5 things I will not can again. So yeah, hope you enjoy. One of the things that I absolutely love to can is jams and jellies. I do strawberry, raspberry, cranberry, technically jam, apple jelly I love to use on meats and as glazes, grape jellies, mint jellies. But my favorite ones, my husband likes this zucchini bread jam. It has raisins in it. It has some nice clovey spices. He says it tastes like Christmas. He wants me to make this every year and loves it. And then I make this balsamic onion jam, which is, I suppose, technically a jam. It's an onion jam. It is wonderful on burgers, on hot dogs. I've mixed it in with macaroni and cheese, and it's been really good as well. I've put it on steaks. This I will always do every year, this balsamic onion jam. Love this. And my husband loves the zucchini bread jam. But yeah, that I will always do. It uses up fruit from the garden. Yeah, jams and jellies is definitely on the list. Jellies especially, even though they're so much work, I just love the color of them. I just love it. So I love doing jellies. My grandmother made an amazing plum jelly that I usually use. I don't have any right now, but it was so good. She let me eat it on digestive cookies all the time. And so when I make it now with my plums, it makes me feel very nostalgic for her plum jelly. Another thing that I love to can and will always can is pickles. I do a variety of different kinds of pickled things throughout the year. There are bread and butter pickles downstairs as well. So I do like pickles, dill pickles, bread and butter pickles, pickled asparagus, obviously pickled beets, love those on salads. And then I do a green tomato relish. At the end of the year, I always have a ton of little green cherry tomatoes, and I make this green tomato relish out of them. It tastes just like relish. That's what I used as relish on hot dogs and stuff like that. And anytime you would normally use relish, that's what I use, and it makes use of all those green tomatoes at the end of the year. I like pickled hot peppers, and on my channel I'm learning I can put pickled hot peppers in all kinds of things. And these summer squash pickles, these are actually patty pan squashes that I chop up and make these pickles out of them, and they are super tasty, wonderful in egg salad sandwiches or in egg salad sandwich mixes. Yeah, so this is a thing. Pickles is definitely a thing I will always do and that I love to can. So the next type of thing that I love to can and will always can, and I will definitely love to can again, is condiments. I love finding new condiments or saucy type things to can, or vinegars. I use these vinegars to make salad dressings, raspberry vinegar especially. So I like to make vinegars. This red hot sauce has turned out to be kind of like a seafood sauce, and I'm enjoying finding new ways to use that. Singapore chili sauce is great on chicken. This Thai hot and sweet, I made a ton of it, and I'm really happy about it, but I'm learning all the different ways to use it. I dip egg rolls in it. I'm going to try cooking up some chicken in there or with that. This harissa sauce turned out really well. I've got tons of these little jars. Great spiciness. Harissa sauce or harissa paste in all kinds of recipes. My favorite is this balsamic onion jam, which is technically a jam, but I use it as a condiments, and I love canning them up. I always love trying new kinds of saucy condiments as well. I think it really adds a lot to meals. If you just have chicken, what are you going to do with it? If you have a bunch of sauces or condiments, then it opens up the types of meals that you can make. So having these things on hand for easy meals, I like it. It's really handy. The next thing that I love to can, well, it's a lot of work, but the next thing that I will always can is tomato products. So I grow a lot of tomatoes usually. I do a variety of things. I don't have everything that I normally do here because it's just the start of the growing season and the end of pantry challenges. But I do crushed tomatoes, regular tomato sauce. I've tried this Italian tomato sauce and it's quite nice. I like it a lot. I usually do pizza sauces. I don't know if salsa belongs in here, but it's heavy tomatoes. It could go in the pickle section. I've been trying out lots of different barbecue recipes from the canning books, and I'm enjoying the experimenting. I haven't landed on a favorite one yet, but I do like this Italian tomato sauce more than just the regular tomato sauce, but to me, this one's faster. So, you know, you got to weigh your time too. Crushed tomatoes, I do a lot of. They're fast and easy to do, and then you just have them in the cupboard. So yeah, I will always do a whole bunch of tomatoes because I grow a lot of tomatoes. It's really shiny. There we go. Because I grow a lot of tomatoes in the garden, and they're just so handy to have, pull out, make a meal with. So yeah, even if they're a little bit of work. I find processing tomatoes a little more work than other things, but yeah, I will always do tomatoes. So the last thing, the fifth thing that I love to can, I actually don't have any of right now, but it is soups and stocks. And the soups that I love to can are, in this book, is the Habitat soup, which is like a split pea soup. My husband loves to take it to work. It's super yummy. So I will usually do that. I just don't have any made up right now. And then chicken stocks and broths. From there, I do regularly every time I get a bunch of it. I'll do up cans of stock. So stocks and Habitat soup. I'm expanding into more soups. I want to try a lot more soups. This all new ball book of canning and preserving has an excellent French onion soup recipe that I absolutely love, and will always can when my onions are ready. Do a bunch of French onion soups. So that is the fifth thing that I love to can and will always can again, is soups and stocks. So what I will not can again is harder to show because I don't have any jars of the things I will not can again. Okay, but I did make up a loose list of things that I really don't enjoy and probably won't can again. The first thing that I won't can again is tomatillo salsa, and that's just a preference. I grew them and I learned that I don't like tomatillos. So I had a lot of jars and eventually I just had to dump them because I really didn't enjoy it. There's something about the texture or something of the tomatillos that I really don't prefer. So I won't be making that again. If you saw my pantry challenge, you will know that I will not can carrots again. I don't know what it is about the canned carrots. I don't like the taste of them. I don't like the texture of them. I don't know, they just taste bad to me, so I will not be canning carrots again. There's lots of other ways that that I can process carrots. I can freeze them, I shred them and freeze them, and I freeze them as cut up carrots as well. And I think I'll look for some other canning recipes that include carrots, but aren't just carrots, because they're really bad and I don't like them. So I will not can carrots again. The next thing that I won't can again is strawberries in syrup. I did that one year. All the strawberries turned gray and floated to the top, and it was just a whole lot of syrup in a jar with a few strawberries floating in it. And even though it tasted good and I enjoyed it on ice cream, it didn't look very appetizing, and I probably won't make it again. I freeze strawberries, I dry strawberries, but I'm not gonna can strawberries again because it was just not good and it didn't look good or anything. The one thing that I do have accidentally is grape syrup. And I will not, I used to can syrups, but where is it? I used to can syrups, but I won't can syrups anymore because I just occasionally, I occasionally have jelly that doesn't set and it ends up being a syrup, and that's good enough for me. So I'll probably have syrup, fruit syrups, but I won't be canning them on purpose. I don't need to can them on purpose. I mess up occasionally, so I end up having syrups of some kinds all the time. Right now I have grape syrup because I made grape jelly and it didn't turn into jelly, a couple of them. So I have grape syrup anyways, but I won't can it on purpose. And the absolutely last thing that I won't can again is I don't like the flavor. I don't like the flavor of clear gel, or I don't like the flavor of the clear gel that I have. And I made apple pie filling with the clear gel, and I just don't like the taste of it. It just tastes so artificial to me. So I won't be canning apple pie filling with the clear gel. I don't know, maybe there's different brands of clear gel. Just a sec. This is the clear gel that I ordered, Hosier Hill Farms clear gel, cook type. So I just don't like it. I'm just not a fan. Maybe there's other kinds, but the apple pie fillings that I made with this, I didn't enjoy the flavor of them. So it would be much better for me to just can apple or freeze apples and then make pies out of it when I want to make a pie, because it just wasn't good. I also freeze cherry pie filling in the freezer, and I don't can it. So maybe just can cherries or can apples and not make the pie filling in the jars first. I won't do that again. Not so long as I can't find some other kind of clear gel that I like. So those are the 5 things that I will not can again. It was a little harder to come up with things I won't do again. It was much easier to come up with things that I love canning. So there we go. Thank you to Leanne from the Mennonite Farmhouse for inviting me to do this collab. I know I've been so busy. It's a little bit late, she said, by the end of the month. So hopefully she'll still get me on the list. And the list is full of everybody. There's so many people who did this collab, and it's great to see what everybody loves to can and what they don't really prefer to can. So it was a great collab, and I really enjoyed putting together a little video. So thanks for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos from me. Click my face to subscribe, and I'll leave links to some other videos that you might enjoy, maybe the pantry challenge or the cooking up my can series that I have going on right now. Bye.